Right now, 38 degrees.
It's time for Mornings at 8 with Jonathan Mark on AM 1480 WLEA.
Well, yes, it is time for Mornings at 8, and here we are 6 minutes after 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. Monday. Unmistakably Monday, the start of yet another work week. You know, on Brian's News, there was a story in Bath where the three guys were arrested for either having meth or selling meth or something like that, and and they've been released. Right? Now, Brian, you know, I think that's really interesting. As the Chief Mullen said in Bath, this is the new New York. Catch and release. That's it right there. That's how that law goes. Catch and release. You're arrested and out you go. Man, I don't know about that. But anyway, let me see. What else is going on? New York State, regionally, all that. And then I have a whole bunch of Christmas stories related to Christmas and all that. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, next Monday, the 16th, the new Greenlight Law goes into effect. So with just a couple of days left, and county clerks, mostly upstate, are very much against this. They're from Columbia County, Otsego, Clinton County, Niagara, Erie, Rensselaer, and they're all expressing their concerns that this might not go quite the way that they would like. The green light statute, of course, is slated to become effective next Monday, the 16th. And this week, the state is offering a webinar training to the county clerks. But some clerks say that many of the staffers who handle motor vehicle matters for county governments are unable to participate. So one county clerk said this is not going to work. The state should send somebody up here to train our people properly. Because, under this law, it offers driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. If you're here illegally, that's perfectly okay. You can still get a driver's license, which I don't really think is such a hot idea. Anyway, the idea was tried in 2007 by then Governor Elliott Spitzer, and that touched off something of an uproar. So he withdrew his plan, right? So we're trying it again in 2019. And on Friday, the Department of Motor Vehicles posted new information on its website offering guidance to people interested in applying for licenses. The statute allows all New Yorkers 16 or older to apply for a standard, not for federal purpose, non-commercial license or learner's permit regardless of whether they are citizens or their lawful status, the state agency said. And those seeking applications are advised to provide documents identifying them by name, date of birth, and address within the state. Documents that will be accepted include valid foreign passports, foreign marriage or divorce records, permanent residence cards, border crossing cards, foreign birth certificates, and valid foreign licenses. And several county clerks, including the county clerk of Niagara and Erie, say they're planning to post signs in motor vehicle offices emblazoned with the phone number of federal immigration authorities. They're not supposed to do this under the Greenlight Law. Anyway, the law makes it illegal for any public employee involved in processing license and registration applications for undocumented residents to furnish that information to law enforcement. Now, Stephen Choi, and Mr. Choi is a director of the New York Immigration Coalition, one of the groups promoting Green Light, said his group is prepared to initiate lawsuits against county clerks who interfere with the rights of immigrants, in other words, illegal immigrants, to apply for licenses. He said, "Our message is clear to these clerks. Put aside your cheap partisan posturing and do what you were hired to do. Uphold the law." Now, what these county clerks are saying, wait a minute, they are upholding the law, federal law. So that's how that's going. And there's still a couple of days left. You really have no idea. This might, maybe the county clerks can't stop this. Or maybe not. Who knows? We'll find out if the Greenlight Law does go into effect next week. Next Monday. Okay, what else have we here? Another controversial law is it was passed in Monroe County, and the county executive signed it last Monday. And the law says that it is illegal, illegal to, you cannot make threatening, harassing, or annoying gestures toward police officers or emergency responders. And those who do could be punished by either fines or time behind bars or both. And that's causing quite a stir up there. The Monroe County Chiefs of Police Association has announced that none of the 12 departments in the association are enforcing this new law. Critics say the law is unconstitutional, is vague, and could be enforced disproportionately against minority populations. And the Monroe County Chiefs Association has announced that none of the 12 departments will be enforcing it. We read it and we all said no, said the chief of the Gates PD, and he serves as the association the president. So they will not enforce this law. And a similar plan is being considered in another county, Broome County, and that'll be voted on later this month. So I don't know. Annoying a cop or annoying or harassing a first responder. Now that could, I kind of see where they might be against this because it just might be a little vague. What they're doing in New York City, of course, and on Long Island and Brooklyn and all that stuff, I mean, when they harass cops, they throw things at them, right? They're throwing things at them, and that's going just a little over the top. Now, that should be punishable. But as far as saying something, boy, I don't know about that. Those who are against this new law in Monroe County say that it kind of stifles free speech. And I don't know. You can't say anything? I could see why you wouldn't want to harass a cop, right? That's pretty stupid and, all that. But to just say something, boy, I don't know about that. And it could, let's be honest, it could be enforced disproportionately against minority populations. Let's be really, really honest about this. So, I don't know, as far as throwing things at them or physically harming them or something like that, yeah, right. That's definitely illegal, and it should be illegal, and it should be punishable. But as far as saying something, as I said, to be perfectly honest, man, I don't know about that. So they're having a hard time enforcing that in Monroe County. Okay, that's that one. And what else? This is the legislative session in Albany starts next month, just in a couple of weeks. And one of the things that's going to be coming up is a possible increase in taxes. The state of New York is facing a deficit of $6.1 billion due primarily for the Medicaid costs, right? So what they're talking about is possibly raising taxes, not only just on corporations and wealthy people, the millionaires tax, but this kind of, it trickles down. And it directly or indirectly affects a lot of people in a lot of ways, not just rich people, whatever rich is, I have no idea, it's all relative, or corporations, but it could lead to, higher nuisance fees, or it might increase the cost to drive a car, or heat a home, or do something like that. So, Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie is all about raising taxes. He would rather raise taxes than make cuts in Medicaid. So he'd rather raise tax. Okay, fine, very good. We'll see how that goes. And as I said, the legislative session starts next week. Okay, and from there we go to something a little more lighthearted here. I have a bunch of stories dealing with Christmas. Boy, more and more people, I say this every day because there are more and more every day, more and more people are putting their Christmas decorations out and lights and all that stuff. And boy, boy, does it look nice out there. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let me see. How about a Christmas tree? Have you put your Christmas tree up yet? We have a little tiny well, we don't have any kids, right? At least not the little ones. So we have a little tree. And anyway, the main thing about Christmas isn't the Christmas tree. It is the nativity scene. That's really the main thing. That's really the main focal point. But a lot of people have Christmas trees. Most people have Christmas trees. Well, here, they're pretty reasonably priced. And I have actually gone out and priced these things. The artificial ones are a little pricey, but anyway, they're still reasonable. In New York City, however, I have a story from the New York Post. Man, they are pretty expensive in New York City. Christmas trees could cost as much as, get this, $6,500 for a Christmas tree in New York City. Now, this is pretty high end, right? But you could possibly go broke just trying to buy a Christmas tree. As I said, these are all high-end things here. Manhattan vendor Soho Trees is selling what seems to be the city's most expensive tree. $6,500 for a single 20-foot Fraser fir. The 20-footer will set you back about $6,500, including delivery and installation, said the sales manager of Soho Trees at the corner of whatever it is, Canal Street or something in New York. That comes out to $325 per foot. But apparently it doesn't faze his clients. He says we're sold out. Adding that the big timbers were mostly bought out by customers with penthouses, as well as some going into building lobbies. But $6,500 for a Christmas tree seems just a little steep. However, you can always get a cheaper one, just a couple of blocks away, and there you'll only pay $2,000 for a 20-footer at East Village's Tree Riders NYC, according to a worker. That's a lot more reasonable. Okay, let me see. The hefty price tags can be blamed on a shortage of the favored Fraser fir this year. During the economic crash of 2008, farmers in North Carolina's Smoky and Blue Ridge Mountains planted fewer Frasers, resulting in fewer of the trees now reaching maturity, according to the National Christmas Tree Association spokesperson, Doug Hundley. Where am I? At Manhattan's Tyler Trees, which has a storefront on 10th Avenue and 44th Street, a single 16-foot Fraser will run you $1,499, including delivery, installation, and setup. Tree sellers at Uptown Christmas Trees, which has 19 sites spread throughout Upper Manhattan, have raised the price of their 12-foot Frasers to $300 from $100 last year. So it gets... Wow, man, those trees are really expensive. I mean, really expensive. That's amazing. Anyway, so it could cost you a couple of bucks to buy a tree in New York City. How do you like that? Okay, what else have we here? We have this, we have that, and we have... Oh, yeah. I had a story... When was it? I think it was last week, where was some elementary school in the UK who the school has banned exchanging Christmas cards because Christmas cards are bad for the environment, right? So Christmas cards do something to the environment, and it's terrible. So, okay, that's that. Here's another one from the UK. What's the matter with those people? Most whimsical Christmas sweaters, you know, the ugly sweater, are made of plastic and cloth, and are, quote, bad for the environment. UK-based charities warned Friday, adding that time has come to ditch the festive staple in favor of ethical wear that is not a, quote, threat to the natural world. Okay, a study by the Hubbub Group found many Christmas sweaters are worn only once, and they are already 65 million stashed away in our wardrobes from previous years. So, Apparently, it's a bad thing to buy a Christmas sweater. You know, these funny little things with reindeer and Santa and, blinking noses and all this stuff. Apparently, it's bad for the environment. And so that's all right. Very good. So there you go. Funny little Christmas sweaters are bad for the environment. Okay, boy, I don't know about those people in the UK, man. I really don't know about them. Okay, insurance. Everybody needs insurance. Maybe there is Christmas sweater insurance. Who knows? There might be. Anyway, you can do no better than the Ryan agencies. They have offices in Hornell, Jasper, and Wellsville. They are insurance expert. It's like having your own personal insurance shopper. They do the shopping for you. You walk in, you say, I need this, I need that, and they say, okay, let's see. So they go to this site and this insurance company, that insurance company, and go, okay, this is probably the best one for you. In fact, it will do you good to contact this company. So they get you the best break you can possibly get on insurance because they have access to all these insurance companies and they do their best. They are experts. They are the Ryan agencies.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
NFL Network is reporting Giants quarterback Daniel Jones is going to miss 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury. So that means Eli Manning is in position not only to just start tonight, but in future games as well. ESPN is noting that franchise will sign Riley Dixon to a 3-year, $8.7 million extension. According to reports, Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster is on the verge of coming back and playing this Sunday against the Bills. He has missed the last 3 games with a knee issue. Yesterday in the NFL, the Rams won Sunday night against the Seahawks 28-12. LA with the win cruises to within 1 game of that second wildcard spot, and Seattle drops to 10-3. They are 1 game out of first place in the NFC West. Seattle running back Rashad Penny suffered a sprained ACL in the game, and according to reports, will likely miss the rest of this season.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
It is Green Monday, another sale day for major retailers. eBay started using the name in 2007 to label its best sales day in December. This year, in addition to eBay, Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, Home Depot, and Target are all offering Green Monday deals. T-Mobile and Sprint will be in court today defending their planned merger. There are 13 states in the District of Columbia suing to block the deal. Both sides deliver opening statements in federal court in New York. The states believe combining the 2 phone carriers will result in higher prices for customers. The Justice Department approved the deal after requiring Sprint to sell Boost Mobile to Dish Network. The Dow closed up 337 Friday. NASDAQ added 85. The S&P up 28. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Prescription products require an online physician consultation and are only available if the physician determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means the prescription medication to treat ED is super affordable at 4hims.com. And now get your first online doctor's visit free at 4hims.com. That's right. 0 copay, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. That's really good news. To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/joy.
Today at Simmons Rockwell, now with 2,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock, you'll find these prior rental values. 2019 all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue Sport S models equipped with a rear view monitor, cruise control, Bluetooth, and 12,000 to 18,000 miles for only $16,999. See the savings online at Simmons-Rockwell.com and shop the Simmons Rockwell dealership near you.
You know, during the break, we're talking about the Christmas trees in New York City, which can get pretty pricey. When I was a boy, a mere lad, we always had a real tree. And you'd have to deal with the needles and the whole thing. You could water the thing 8 times a day. You're still going to have needles on the floor, and that's all there is to it. But in the early 1960s, when we moved to California, 1961, my parents had this bright idea, let us have an artificial tree, right? No more real trees, no more needles, no more dealing with that. So they bought a large white plastic artificial Christmas tree. And they thought it was the neatest thing. I never really liked it. My sisters didn't like it, but our parents thought it was the greatest thing. So it was a white artificial tree in a stand. And the stand would revolve. The stand itself would revolve. And we had these blinking lights on this Christmas tree. And the stand also played music. So you add it all up, and we had a white artificial tree with blinking lights that revolved and played music at the same time. So you could be sitting on the couch and looking at this tree, and you would get vertigo in like 5 seconds. And kids like to lay under the tree and look up at the thing. So if you were laying underneath the tree and looking up, I mean, you could start to get really dizzy really fast. Oh, well, yeah, so that's what we had. The vertigo tree, the vertigo Christmas tree. Okay, a little more on, let me see, where are we here? A little more on Christmas. As I said, I have a whole bunch of stories this week. I got a whole stack of them here. This is in Canada. Walmart in Canada. Not here in the U.S., but in Canada. Walmart in Canada has apologized for a sweater featuring Santa with cocaine. I'm not making this up. I have the story right here. There's a photograph. And Walmart in Canada has apologized for an adults-only Christmas sweater that appeared, it's real, that's what it is, appeared to depict Santa with cocaine. The retailer pulled the holiday outfit, along with several other rather risque seasonal sweaters, Saturday, after they caused a stir with social media users, Global News Canada reported. So this sweater, there's a cartoon-like Santa Claus sitting on a couch, and in front of him is 3 absolutely unmistakable lines of cocaine. And in his right hand, he holds a straw. I'm not making this up. Where did I find this? I don't know if it was on Fox. It was on Breitbart. So there's Santa Claus, and on the table in front of him, it's written, "Let it snow." You can't make this up. So there's Santa Claus with 3 lines of cocaine in front of him and a straw in his right hand. So anyway, that's totally ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. Luckily, Walmart pulled it. This is in Canada once again. And don't these people know what they sell? Don't they know what they... Remember last week I had a story about the Amazon was selling merchandise, Auschwitz-themed Christmas decor? You remember that? It was last week? Boy, I don't know. These people just don't know what they're selling. I have no idea. They really ought to check out what they're doing. Anyway, that's it for this morning's show, and I will see you tomorrow at 8:05. Bye.
A fundraising account has been created at the Hornell Bottle and Can Retrieval Center at 286 Main Street, Hornell, for the recent house fires that occurred. The fundraiser name, the November 17th Hornell Fires Fund. Donations may be dropped off at any time during their regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 3. 100% of the proceeds will go to the families that were affected by this recent tragedy. Again, the Hornell Bottle and Can Retrieval Center is located at 286 Main Street, Hornell.